So what was your childhood like?
It wasn't really that good. It involved a lot of domestic violence with my parents. It involved, a lot of drugs. It wasn't like wasn't a real homely place to be. Like you couldn't come out and see mum or dad in the lounge and expect to watch a kid's video with them or anything. It wasn't like that. Although the weekends were pretty good. I give my mum that. Even though she's been a heroin junkie, I give her that. Every weekend she'd take us somewhere. Like I remember going to the Melbourne Zoo a number of times and things like that. But as she got more heavier into it, my childhood got lesser and lesser.
Mm.
From having like growing up with a background where your mum and your dad aren't exactly together and everyone's on drugs and there's no communication anywhere. You're sort of left in limbo and you just run with it. Just run with everything. You never really get interested in anything at school, like a particular program or a particular, like English or maths or things like that. You're not particularly interested in anything. You just want to get it all over and done with so you can go home and get away from everybody. Mm. And it's all, like, when I was a kid, all I ever wanted to do was just get away from everybody. And I couldn't. I could never do it. I was 10, nearly 11 when I had my first bong. And I smoked my first pipe with my mum. If she was at the point where she didn't want to be stoned, she wanted to be smacked off her face or on a heroin, she'd have her hit and she'd say, "Don't talk to me." And I'd be like, "Why?" And she'd go, "Because you'll ruin my high." And I'd be like, "Oh, all right then." I was dealing marijuana at probably the age of 11 and a half. I was only smoking for about 6 to 8 months, and then I figured out that I had to get it myself because my mum's like, "I'm not going to get it all the time for you. You'll have to get it yourself." And I'm like, "Well, where do I get it from then?" She's like, "You can get it from my person I get it from, or you can go and find other people." And the lady she used to get it from didn't like selling to underage people, so I had to go and find someone myself. Mm. And I found someone, and I used to have a job as well. I worked after school and on weekends. And I'd bring home about $170 a week. And I'd go and buy a half an ounce. And I'd sell half of that, which is 7 deals at $20 each. So I'd make back the money I paid for the half an ounce. And I'd keep that going all through the week, so I could buy, so the money I did bring home I hadn't spent, I could go and spend it on shopping or bills. I ended up going to a youth substance abuse service, which is YSAS, and they got me into, they tried to get me into a detox centre, but I freaked out and I couldn't go, so I did the home detox, and I went quite well on it, but I had a few stressful things outside which didn't help, so I got back on the smoke again. But I got out of trouble with the police. And by getting out of trouble when going to YSAS introduced me to the IF program, which was the photography part, which it sort of brought me out of a hole. It sort of connected me to White Lion. It connected me to, there's a whole range of different programs that I never actually thought existed or I never thought I could do. Mm. I'd probably be sitting back at the dealer's house doing the same sort of shit I was, a year ago. I'd probably be sitting in a jail cell, actually. Having something for them to do. I mean, if you have something for young people to do that they're interested in, they're not going to go doing something just to get caught so that, they get that rush. The most things around here, like in Melbourne for young people, YSAS, Youth Substance Abuse Service. I mean, it's got a day program there where you can just go and hang out, watch TV, get a free massage, get a haircut for nothing, like not a cent. You get a free feed from 1 o'clock, You can get free, you can go there and get a food parcel. Those sort of things, like for a kid that's getting in trouble, like major trouble, can't go to school, can't connect with anybody, but they love rap music, or they love, some type of music, or they just love art, or they like drawing, or they're mad at something, like that. They just need to be put into places where they can excel in that, and then they won't excel in the stuff that they're actually not so, or that they're good at, but it's not so good to be good at.